He asks you to marry him and you say yes. Well, within hours afterwards, you'll begin browsing magazines and wedding websites, and soon you feel like you're buried by a blizzard of checklists and decisions to be made. Well, that's when you and your fiance might want to think about hiring a professional wedding planner or wedding coordinator. But before signing on the dotted line, meet Andrea Ball of Signature Events, one of the most respected and referenced wedding planning and design consultants in Western New York. Welcome to Wedding Planning Weekly. So glad to have you with us. Well, let's dig in. When should you hire a planner, and what services are available for engaged couples?
Any time in the planning process, you can come in and hire a planner. There's a few different services available.
I've heard the terms planner, consultant, coordinator. First of all, are they all the same? And second, well, every bride wants to know, what are the costs?
Well, no, they're not the same. The full service planner is essentially someone that comes in and does all aspects of the wedding. So anything from your budget analysis, your planning schedule, your site checks, everything in every detail for your wedding itself. Your consultant will be someone that comes in and gives a little advice. So if you're stuck in certain areas, then that person can maybe give you some references and help you along the way. The day of coordinator is someone that usually comes in about 30 to 60 days out. Pretty much all the planning has been done. The vendors have been contracted, and the day of coordinator comes in to tie up loose ends, to essentially review the timeline, review contracts, contacts all the vendors, and then essentially is there for the rehearsal as well as the day of the wedding.
So in answer to the second part of my question, the cost, it depends on what level you're looking for, I would assume.
It does, and essentially a flat rate is assessed.
So then it's important to know the level of service you want, and then I would think interview 2 or 3 professionals, but do it quick, because I would assume that qualified planners book when?
About 12 to 18 months out. We've had clients come to us about at least 2 years to a year in advance, actually, just to book full planning. And then depending on what is available to them or what they're looking for, we can come in as an hourly basis too.
Give me another tip, Andrea.
Well, brides and grooms typically have to know a few things before they go and seek out a wedding planner. The number one thing is when they want to have the wedding and a wedding date. Location is key, as well as what their budget is and the number of guests. And the one thing that I always ask is a non-negotiable.
So give me an idea of a non-negotiable item.
Well, a non-negotiable is something that is one of your high priority items. Something like entertainment, for instance, or perhaps you want a specific food that's given out for your wedding. So there are certain props and decor and things like that that are non-negotiables.
All right, Andrea, give me one final piece of advice.
Well, my advice is to find a planner who is experienced in what you're looking for. So that means your style. Maybe you're looking for an outdoor wedding. Find a planner who is very versed in the outdoor weddings. There's very different than an indoor reception. You know, you're essentially going to be with this wedding planner for a long time. They're kind of becoming your best friend. So you have to make sure that you jive together. And experience is the key. So just find out where essentially they've gotten their training, where essentially they've worked before, and of course ask for references.
Not every single wedding planner is created equal, are they?
Correct.
All right, great information. And you can find additional tips and much more about hiring a wedding planner on Andrea's blog. Just go to buffalobridalassociation.com. And if a bride-to-be wants to get in contact with you personally, what does she need to do?
She'll just call me directly at 716-997-5359. That's my direct cell phone. Or you can find me on the website at www.signatureeventswny.com.
And all your consultations are by appointment only?
They are.